I'm Fallon Masterson. Very happy to be here today because the last event that we were asked to participate in with Davies also paid great heed to the tradition of manufacturing in Rhode Island and where it used to be at the turn of the century and how strong it's going to be now. Now, of course, at that point, they said Rhode Island had a great history of vocational training in around the early 1900s, much like what you're doing at Davies now. Look at the work they used to do at the Sockanosset Boys Training School, making all that manufacturing equipment. Now, for those of you not from Rhode Island, you may be familiar with the ruins of the training school and how these, and therefore could appreciate the differences between where vocational training used to be and where it is now. Very significant, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about what we are doing at Davies and what we hope to do with the investment that we are currently receiving from the state. So at Davies, we enroll between 800 and 850 students from across the state of Rhode Island. We offer them a full academic curriculum. They have access to AP courses, and in conjunction with that, whereas other schools may have different electives that students can piece together ad hoc, we use all that extra time in a student's schedule to train them in a specific program of their choosing. We have 9 vocational programs, and 4 of those fall within the umbrella of advanced manufacturing. This may be what you have perhaps read about in the paper in regards to the investment from the state and from the governor of the $3.65 million that is going to be going to Davies specifically for those programs. So to tell you a little bit about what we do in those 4 programs, which are biomanufacturing, machine technology, pre-engineering, and electrical. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we partner with businesses and how perhaps some of you may be interested in the training that we're doing within those 4 areas. So more than 90% of our students graduate with industry credentials. We determine the credentials that they're going for both by input from our faculty and by making sure that each of those programs is supported by an advisory board of business members in the community, ensuring that the training that they are receiving is up to date and that when they go into the workforce that they're not on an obsolete curriculum that we arbitrarily decided 15 years ago. It's very important that the students that we're putting out are students that match well with current needs today. Biomanufacturing, those students sit for NOCTI assessment, they leave with their OSHA 10 certification, and they also leave with credits to CCRI. The machine technology program is accredited by NIMS, the National Institute for Metalworking Skills. Students in machine technology leave with up to 7 industry certifications. Pre-engineering students, they acquire their IPC certifications in soldering tech, and they are able to participate in Electronic Systems Associate ESA certification. And the electrical program is aligned with the National Electric Code. They receive their OSHA, and through NCCER modules, they're able to apply for advanced standing and future apprenticeships. So of course, electrical works a little bit different than the other 3. Our school to career office is what matches our students in those programs with employers. So for the first 3 years of our school, students alternate about 3 hours of the day in technical and the rest of the day in academics. Now by their senior year, they are in a full-on rotation, 1 week academics, 1 week technical. This allows us the opportunity to place our seniors in work-based learning opportunities. There are 2 different work-based learning opportunities that we offer for employers. There are internships. These are unpaid positions that are between 9 and 12 days and between 12 to 18 hours on alternating weeks. The reason that we limit our internships to that small window of days, 12 days, is we greatly prefer for there to be a truer investment between both student and company. We want to make sure that the student is fully invested, no one is taking advantage of. And our co-ops don't have that sort, our co-ops are our paid positions, and they don't have that sort of limit. A student can stay in a co-op year-round. They're between 25 to 30 hours, alternating weeks, and hours vary based on the needs of the employer. So for example, one employer may want a student there from 3 to 7, another employer may need a student in the morning. So it does not have to strictly be during the school day. We make sure that we work with employers based on that. Students who go into co-op have work-based learning plans that define the skills he or she is expected to master and ensure that the experience is worthwhile. Employers evaluate students on a weekly basis. When you're in a more technical area like machine shop, we make sure that the students are being evaluated each week on tasks like machine operations, machine setup, part inspection, machine maintenance, machine safety, and documentation. Aside from our students who are actually currently in the workspace, partners also work with us in a couple of other ways. We try to find partners who we can schedule site visitations with, both for students or for faculty, to make sure that our faculty are continuously exposed to what's happening in industry. And on a larger scale, this can also involve partners who work with us to sponsor equipment and training centers. We have a case of that in our automotive program where Exalta invested in the program, put equipment in there, and they actually use the Davies facility as their regional training facility. So it becomes a mixed-use space for the company as well. So I am a bit pinch hitting today for the department who does handle this, but I can try to answer any questions that you may have on school to career, and I will also be available afterwards. Thank you.
So Fallon, actually, can I ask, so we continue to hear that pipeline is important to get into the manufacturing awareness standpoint. So Davies obviously plays a critical part. So if these companies are interested in sponsoring interns or any of the programs, what's the best thing for them to do? How do we get in touch with someone?
You can speak with me afterwards. If not, if you go to the website, daviestech.org, you will find information on the school to career office and the number to contact within there. Or the best way is to speak with the representative from that office or talk to me afterwards, and I can give you everyone's information. Thank you.